retract that statement.
All right. Seated, whatever that looks like for you. Legs crossed, lotus, legs straight. Make sure your blocks are handy. Start by just shifting your weight back and forth. Make sure your weight is even in both sits bones. Look down, pay attention which leg is in front. I remembered. And then when you're ready, come still. Inhale, your shoulders up, back, and down. One more time, inhale up, back, and down. Oh, let's do 2 more times because it feels good. Inhale up, back, and down. And my neck just popped. Inhale up, back, and down. If it's in your practice to close your eyes, I invite you to do so, or soften your gaze. Housekeeping, pay attention to your body. If it's asking you to stop, please honor that. Come down to a rest, take a break whenever you need to. Use your blankets, your props, your blocks, towels, to modify anything. Just take a few breaths here to center your thoughts. Just pay attention to your breath. And if it's in your practice to set an intention, please do so. Bring your focus to your breath. The in and the out. Now shift your focus from your breath to feeling your breath. Feel how your chest expands, your belly expands, the warm air in front of your nostrils, the way your belly collapses when you exhale. This time, shift your focus to the phase between the breaths. That little pause that you have between your inhale and your exhale. And between the exhale and the inhale. And when you're ready, bring your focus back to the room. Gently open your eyes. Get any wiggles out you need to get out. Inhale, hinging from the hips, lean forward, and then just Kundalini rolls. Pick a side, any side. Go slow. You may find you want to stop somewhere. Breathe. You can exhale as you come down or inhale as you come down, yogi's choice. Just make sure your belly button is attached to your spine and your chest is open and you're not collapsing. And when you come to center in the front or the back, pause for a second, and then go the other way. it's gonna rain.
It's supposed to, but then maybe not.
And when you feel like you're even, come up to center. Inhale, just a gentle twist to the right. Don't force it. Don't even come all the way back. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Come to center. To the right. If you want, you can start moving your back hand further behind you. And center. And left. And center to the right. If you want to start thinking about your ribs going towards the back. Maybe your gaze goes over your right shoulder. And center. Inhale, exhale to the left. Center, last time to the right. You can stay here or left arm up. Side bend towards the back. Bend your right elbow towards your back. You may need to move your hand back to give you room to go back. You can look up, you can look down. You should be feeling it right on the left outside. Another place that's hard to get to.
Yeah, me.
Mm-hmm. I just found this by accident. Come on up. Come to center. Inhale. Let the spine recover there. And then to the left. You can stay up or move that left hand out because you need that for the room. Right arm up. And then bend your left elbow towards your back and just lean back. Get your left shoulder away from your ear. This is why I encourage you guys to not stay in the pose statically and move, wiggle, figure out what works best for you, what your body needs. Inhale up. And come to center. I'm guessing that felt good. Look at your face. Okay. Inhale your right arm out. Palms facing out. Move it to the back. Keep your shoulder blade down. Move your arm down. And now look to the left. Come to center. Look to the right. You may or may not feel anything here. Come to center. You can do that again, or left ear. Oh my goodness. To your left. To your. Okay, when you bring your head up to center, flex your hand. Flex your wrist. Basically, we're waking the outside and then back again. To center, flex your hand. 2 more times. And hand forward. And last time. And forward. Relax your hand, shift your shoulders if you need to, shake this arm out. Basically what we did was pull on the muscles here, and yes, and it gets those
So
nerves.
this feels bigger than this side.
Because you loosened it,
Stretched it, I guess.
stretched it out, yep,
That's good.
yes. All right, left hand out, palm facing out. Take it down, bring it back. to the right. You may even get some pops and crackles here. Come to center. Shoulder blade has to stay down. Don't punch. And look to the left. And center. Again, you can do that. Or right ear to your right shoulder. Holy moly. Head to center, flex your wrist. To the head to the right. Extend. Bring your arm down a little bit more from it. And back. Back, 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 back. Shoulder down. There you go. Center, flex your wrist. 2 more times. Center, flex your wrist. And last time. And flex. Shake that arm out. Oh, that felt good, didn't it? Did I even you out? Okay. Untangle yourself, shake your legs out. You can either extend them and shake them out or windshield wiper. And then switch the leg that was in front. Again, start by rocking. Make sure your weight is evenly distributed between your sits bones. Inhale, exhale, come forward, and a couple Kundalini rolls. It is going to feel different. Make sure your belly button is attached to your spine. Chest is open, shoulders are open. Come to center either in front or in back. Go the other way. Try to keep your back, especially the lower back, straight. Or actually, I should say upper back instead of hunching over. And when you feel even, come to center. We're going to change it up a little bit here. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, switch, twist to the left. Right hand on your left knee. Left shoulder behind, left hand behind. This time you should be a little bit warmer. Actively push your ribs towards the back. Inhale, arms up, come to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand, right knee. Right hand behind you. Right ribs towards the back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to the left. You may stay here or left arm up. This time, twist towards the right knee, or bend towards the right knee, I should say. See if you can get your shoulder to come to your knee. That's a big if, maybe
But
not.
keep your
Maybe
sit
next,
down
maybe
down,
next
right?
lifetime. And inhale up. What was that? Come to center.
It's this big muscle, it must be the trap.
Exhale. Traps are up here. Left hand to right knee. right hand behind you. Inhale your right arm up, bend towards the left knee. Back here, this is, it's your QL and maybe part of your piriformis, depending on how, not piriformis, your psoas, depending on how far in. Hope this feels good.
It's a good stretch.
Uh-huh. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Twist to the left. Hands either side of your left knee. Just fold forward, fold towards your knee. Keep the right sits bones down. This one, you might feel this one in your your medial glute, the piriformis that goes sideways, the bottom of your QL maybe. Things that hook together. Things that hook together, yep. Gently come on up. Come to center. Exhale, twist to the right, hands on either side of your right knee. Hinge forward from that right knee. See if you can get your chest towards your thigh. You may even feel it on the back of your thigh, your upper thigh.
It goes all the way up.
Yep. Staying low, walk your hands to center, and just come to a forward fold. You guys should be pretty loose a little bit, more than usual for your first forward fold. And when you're ready, walk yourself back up. Hands under your thighs. Untangle yourself. Shake them out. Either windshield wiper or extend them, shake them out. And when you're ready, feet hip width apart. Drop your feet to the left, or what are these? Your knees. And then shift your bum back so that your left shin is parallel with the front of your mat.
Like a 90-90 almost.
Yeah,
right?
like a 90-90.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of a different way to get you guys up to standing. And since we're here, we're gonna do this. All right, come on down, both elbows. Don't get comfortable.
I could.
You can straighten out that right leg as much as you can. Move pigeon. No, we're not going into pigeon. It's too soon to go into pigeon. When you're ready, push your elbows into the mat, come out of your shoulders so that you're up. Now, like I always say, you can stay here, or tuck your back toes, lift your knee up. Everything should start waking up. You can stay here, or lift yourself up and extend that left leg.
Oh,
Just woke you up. Push, 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 lift your torso up. Well, you're making it more complicated. You're working too hard on that.
No, if you raise your arm up, it makes you raise your
Okay, resting warrior. Left hip down. Bend your right knee.
Now you should be able to just do this and hold it.
I know. Push yourself up.
No.
Come to center. Both legs in front of you, towards the side. Yes, I know. So, get on your right bum. Yeah, right side. You can bring your right knee so that your shin is now parallel to the top of your mat. Swing that left leg back. Face the mat. On your elbows. Start by pushing your elbows into the mat so you automatically get taller. Come out of your shoulders. Make sure your hips are even. Ish. You can stay here or tuck your back toes. Lift your left back knee. You can stay here or really bring your core in and it will bring your torso up and extend that right leg. This isn't as bad as doing splits in the first 10 minutes. Drop that hip. And that left knee. Push yourself up. We haven't done that in ages.
Yeah, that was nice.
You heard her, she agreed.
That's a good way to get into resting warrior.
Yeah. Alright. Bend your knees. Come on up to your hands and knees. So wrist under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Let's try something here because this is something I'm noticing. So look down, make sure that your knees are indeed under your hips. Look at each other. You can't really tell unless you're looking in the mirror. Because I'm finding this is a good way of testing whether your body knows how to get into it. Start by lifting your knees, and then you should be able to roll your feet back and down and come into downward dog without having to adjust. Does that make sense?
Yes. So
So
from
tuck your
here,
toes.
I'm just supposed to tuck and then roll back.
Now shift your hips back and then lift up. Shift back. Yeah. Do you need to adjust or no? That's really good.
I probably feel like I could go back about 2 inches.
Okay, now drop your knees. So your hips and knees are in alignment, so are your wrist and your shoulders.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I feel like
So-
I'm way back from my wrist.
So no, yeah. So try it again. Tuck your toes, shift all the way back, push yourself back. Do you need to adjust?
Not this time.
Okay, there you go. The little things that nobody tells you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
That's
finding
a
the
good
right alignment for you. So remember Mike?
Mm-hmm.
He was always saying you shouldn't have to adjust, you shouldn't have to adjust. Now I know what he means.
This kind of stuff, yes.
Yes. Alright, inhale your right leg up
If your foundation is there.
because it feels good to do this. Bend that knee, open your hips. Think about getting your toes up to your left shoulder. Inhale, come up on your left tippy toes, just because it feels good. Maybe your right leg goes up a little bit higher. Drop your left heel. Shift forward to plank. Right knee to right chest. And step your right foot forward. Before we move, look at your right foot. Make sure it's facing forward. We're going to go into Warrior One. Traditionally, your left foot, the left arch of your foot is in line with your right heel. Keyword, traditionally. Okay. The point of Warrior One is to get your hips facing the front of the mat. My hips don't do that. So give yourself room and move that back leg out. I don't care how wide, as long as it's comfy. So, foundation. Right foot straight up. You should be able to see your big toe to the inside. Push your left foot against the outside blade of your foot. Toes should be pointing towards the left corner. Widen up, Liz. Make sure your actually fist to your hip crease. They should both be facing front. If they're not, adjust that back foot out. Bend your knee more. Alright, so that's that. Belly button in, which should automatically keep you from having a duck butt back here. Okay, so I don't care what anybody tells you. If your knee is not happy in this, and you can't twist forward, adjust, adjust, adjust. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale your arms out. Right arm under your left and hug. You can stay here or you can bind. Make sure your belly button is in. Inhale, your arms up. Look up if you like. Exhale, bring them to center. Navel in, hinging from this hip. Bend forward so that don't come all the way down. There should be a straight line from the top of your head all the way to your left heel. Just hold for a minute. You're welcome. And then exhale, come down, tumble warrior, whatever that looks like for you. If it's in your practice, right shoulder inside your right knee. Caveat with this, if the arms don't work for you, you can always bring your hands to prayer hands. You can always have it behind your torso, clasping. If you're bound, caveat, you should be able to come up slowly with control, keeping the pose integrity. Now inhale, belly button in. Exhale. And then inhale, come on up. Exhale, release. And step forward with the left. Shake it up. What did we hit?
You work those hips.
Work those hips. All right, left foot, toes towards the front. Take a generous step back. Whatever that is for you. You will hear cues like 3 feet back, 4 feet back, I don't care. Because what this looks like for me is gonna look like totally different.
Depends on how long your legs are.
Depends on how tall you are.
Yeah.
All right, foundation. Left toes pointing forward. You should be able to see your big toe to the inside of your knee. Don't let them collapse, asking for trouble. And my hip just popped when I did that. Right foot, outside blade of the foot, pointing towards the right corner of your mat. Belly button is in. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Arms forward, left arm underneath. Hug yourself. You can stay here, or you can bind. You can stay here, or inhale up. Make sure your glutes are engaged so you don't go into a duck butt. Exhale, arms down. You can stay here, or lean forward so that there's a straight line from your head all the way to the back of your right foot. You can stay here and really work that quad. Or come all the way down, left shoulder inside the left knee if it's in your practice. Look at your hips, make sure they didn't move to the left. Forgot to tell you that on the other side. Just a couple of breaths here, open up your shoulder blades. Hopefully you're feeling that. One more inhale. And exhale. Navel really tighten with control. Bringing yourself up. Release your hands. Shake them out. A little change here. Both hands down. Step back to down dog. Move your hips, swivel your hips if you need it. Inhale your left leg up. Torso is facing the mat. Exhale, open your hips, bend that left knee. Left toes towards your right shoulders. Inhale, come up on your right tippy toes. Maybe the left leg comes up higher. Shift to plank. Left knee to your chest. Step your right foot forward. Don't move. Drop that back foot so that your left heel is in line with your right instep. Doing warrior two stand. Cartwheel your right arm up. Check your foot. Make sure again you're pushing into the outside blade of that right foot. Check your left foot. Make sure you can see your big toe to the inside of that knee. Belly button is in. Chest is facing the side of the mat. Ears over your hip, shoulders over your hips. You're not leaning. That's a different pose. Just think a proud warrior. And from here, you've got extended warrior, you got, all kinds of different options here. Oh, that's because inhale, reach, 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 reach. Left elbow to your right thigh, or you can take your left arm inside that left leg to keep the integrity of the heel and the knee alignment. Exhale your left arm down and arc up. You can either have your arm extended towards the sky or bicep by your right ear. Come up a little bit, Annette. There you go. Yeah, your extended
can't
has
do
to be
that
higher
very
because
good.
you're starting to collapse.
Correct. I can
Yeah,
tell
same
that.
thing with you, Liz. Think about your pancake. Your torso is in line with your bottom part. You're not starting to collapse. It takes more work. That's all obliques. When you're ready, both hands to the floor. Walk your hands to the right. Make sure both pivot both toes towards the front of your mat. Stay here. And come down, forward fold. Arms can stay underneath. You can grab your toes. Your hands can go behind your legs. If you need a shoulder stretch, clasp your hands behind your back and flip yourself even more. But think about, your legs are straight behind you, your bum is going towards the ceiling. The hinge is coming from your hips, not your back. Your back should be relatively straight. Now let's play while we're here. Come on up on your hands.
My charm's scattered.
Pivot that right foot towards the corner of your mat. Bend that right knee. Walk your hands that way. Without coming up, this is a challenge. Walk your hands to the left. Pivot that left foot towards the corner. I'm forcing you guys to use your quads here. One more time, without coming up if you can. Bend your knees, walk yourself to the other side. Bring your bum down if you can. And then come on to the left one more time. Make sure you're pivoting that left foot towards the corner of your mat. Last time to the right. Pivot that right foot towards the top left corner of your mat. Frame that right foot. Come up on the tippy toes of the back foot. Pivot so that you're in a lunge. Drop that left foot. Your right heel should be in alignment with that left arch. Inhale your left arm up. And come to warrior three. That back foot, you can either face two. Yeah, two. That back foot, toes can either point towards the side or kick out that heel a little bit. Might be easier on your knees. Depends on how your anatomy is made. Right, we need some relief here. Palms up. Inhale, arms up. Turn your palms, exhale down. One more time, inhale up. Exhale down. Check your alignment, ears over shoulders, shoulders over your hips. Inhale, exhale, reach, 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 reach. Either elbow or arm inside, left arm down in front of you, and arch. Again, arm can stay up at 12 o'clock or by bicep by your left ear. So a little bit more work. Think of a straight line from your left fingertips all the way down to your left heel. Drop that left arm. Walk yourself back to center again. And forward fold, that is your rest. Option here. Reach your hands forward and come into like a puppy forward fold, if you like. You can reach your arms back, or tradition, fingertips towards the side of your mat, behind your legs, and if you can, or if your body allows you, crown to the floor. Do not, I repeat, do not press your crown into the mat. You should be able to move your head freely. When you're ready, hands to the floor. Push yourself up the flat back. Walk yourself to the left. Pivot all your toes. Hands to the inside of that left foot. Step back to plank. Drop your knees. Toes together. And step back to child's pose. You're welcome. You guys have your blocks in front of you? We got one warrior stance left to go through. When you're all ready, come on up to hand and knees. Bring your knees together if they were apart. Nothing fancy here. Just make sure your shoulders are over your wrists, knees are under your hips. Shift back.
And hopefully comes down with dog, you don't need to adjust.
Inhale your right leg up. Bend that knee, shift forward, come to plank, knees to your chest, step forward. Have your blocks in front of you. Alright, move your hands forward so that you form a tripod with both hands on your right foot. Shift your weight forward. Core has to be engaged, and you really need to activate your quad. Come on up. Warrior 3. Supported warrior 3. Lower your left hip. There you go.
It's good to know, because you know, I always have to touch.
Well, you can't.
But if I can see that
Unless
that's
somebody-
too
yeah,
high,
Exactly.
so like right there is my zone.
So shift your weight to the left a little bit. There you go. Now you're even. You're actually nice, Liz. Thank you. You're welcome. So unless you're actually looking at yourself in the mirror, which you really can't see it, somebody actually has to look to see if your hips are level.
True that.
Yes. Another way of looking is look back. That hanging foot should be to the inside of that standing foot. Not on the outside, not behind it. So think about,
Oh, really?
yes, well, look at your alignment.
Well, see there,
Yeah,
I can
so if it's
see it.
behind that standing foot, that tells you your hips are doing something and they're not even. Does that make sense? So just look at the way your foot should be in line with that hip. Also think about pushing that standing hip back. Does that make sense? And since we're here, bend that left knee, come to Shiva squat, and extend. See if you can get your alignment back. Check your foot, check your hips. Sometimes you can feel it if you put your right hand on your hips. That doesn't work for me. At least I never think that I'm actually even. Let's try it one more time. Left knee, bend, come to Shiva squat, and then extend. Liz, shift to the left, to the right, to the right.
There you go. And then bring your leg up a little bit more if you can. There.
And then put both feet together. Bend your knees generously and forward fold. You can sway your hips here if you like. Grab your elbows, grab everything loose. And when you're ready, hands on the floor. Inhale, pull flat back. Grab your blocks if you need it. And just lift your right leg up to warrior three. So before I even come around, look at your hips. Make sure you can see your right toes to the inside of your left foot. You can try that trick with your hands to make sure your hips are level. Shift your weight to the left, Liz. Pull your hands to the left. Now lift your right leg up a little. There you go. You're fine in that. Bend your knees, come to Shiva squat. Extend. Check your alignment. Left hip going back. That will also help with alignment. And then Shiva squat. And last time, extend. And obviously there's all kinds of other variations here with the hands. Both feet to the floor, forward fold. Okay, this one's a challenge. This is all about ankle mobility, and if your body will allow you to do it. Try moving your legs, your feet slightly open, but not all the way to the edge of the mat. 4 is in. All I want you to do is come all the way down. Again, this is all about ankle mobility.
I should have my brace with this.
Oh, too much for you. Don't
Yeah.
do it. Too much for that knee.
Yeah, I did good. I was trying not to have to use my brace.
You guys are good. There's no graceful way to get out of this. Then put your hands back. And then come to your back. Did that help? Too busy huffing and puffing.
Helped us remember that it's not our favorite sequence.
Well, and I think we get into like these habits and forget about the basics.
Yes.
Possibly.
You know what I
I
mean?
used to always roll onto my left or whichever blade, and I can say I probably been forgetting to do that.
Well, that only saves your knee in the long run more than anything else. And your hips too, because if your hips don't like it, you need to give yourself room. And when you're ready, bring your feet to the mat, hands by your side. Gonna do some bridges to open up the chest since we did a lot of forward folds there. Okay, belly button in, roll yourself up. And roll yourself down. Inhale up. And down. Take a peek at your knees. They should be, again, in line with your hips. Inhale up and try not to flail your knees out. And down. Last time, inhale up and hold. Option to externally rotate your arms. Clasp your hands underneath. Next option, Come up on your tiptoes. If it's in your practice to do a back bend, knock yourself out. And since I didn't give you enough core, yay, staying here, lift your left knee to your chest, extend your toes to the ceiling, bend your knees, and down, switch legs, knees, toes, knees, down, 3 more sets, left knee, toes, knee, down, try not to collapse, right knee, toes, down, push, push, push into those arms, left knee, straighten, knee, and down, and keep looking at the sky, left, right knee, toes, knee, down, last set, left knee, toes, knee, down, right knee, toes, knee, down, and hold one more time. If you had your hands clasped, let go. Slowly, with control, 1 vertebrae at a time. Take a peek at your knees. Make sure they're still in line with your hips. Come down 1 vertebrae at a time. Stay here for a breath before you move. And then option to either bring your knees to your chest or straighten your legs. Arms overhead, stretch, stretch, stretch. Or you could do both. And feet back on the floor. Arms to a T. Move your hips 2 to 3 inches to the left. Left knee over your right. Let your knees fall to the right. Blocks under that knee. If you like, try to keep that left shoulder blade on the floor. Belly button is in. You can look up or either side. If you want, you can extend that top leg. Catch it the big toe with your right fingers. You can also reach down and grab the left toes with your left hand. If your left leg was extended, stack your knees and your ankles and roll onto your back. Adjust your hips back to the center of the mat. Adjust your shoulders if you need to. And then when you're ready, pick up your hips, move them 2 to 3 inches to the right. Right leg over your left. Drop your knees to the left. Again, you can stay here, you can use a block under your knee. You can extend that right foot. Grab it with your peace fingers on the left. You can also grab your left toes with your right hand. You can look straight ahead, towards the left or the right. Hopefully that neck is nice and loose from what we did earlier. Top leg was extended, bring it back. Knees together, ankles together. And come onto your back. Center yourself on the mat. And get ready for Shavasana. Whatever that looks like for you. On your back, on your side. Sitting up.